Does your dog act insecure? Watch this video. Now, we're gonna go ahead and bring Levon out. And the minute I bring Levon back out, this dog's demeanor is gonna change. Not because it's Levon's fault, it's the way the dog has attached itself to Levon. And the dog's gonna see Levon as security and pull into the line to get to her. I'm not gonna let Misty do that, okay? So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and bring him out. Go ahead and walk right up here. Relax. She's gonna, it's all right, just come on in, just be normal, just walk in. I'm just not gonna let, good, right there's good. I'm not gonna let her get to you because you represent safety. It's like, you're not gonna die, get over yourself. Okay, now I'm gonna correct that off. Her greatest instinct is survival, and she sees you as security. And a lot of times dogs see their owners as security because out of a lack of knowledge, I don't know if you've done this because I haven't seen it yet, but it's very human to do. But when the dog is stressed, we share affection and we comfort the dog. We share affection while the dog is in a scared, nervous, state. And affection is agreement. And if she is nervous and you go in and you're like, and you just pet her, because you might not even recognize it as nervousness, you're just sharing affection, because I can tell she's a nervous dog. That was obvious when she showed up. But affection is agreement. So you're petting her, and in her brain, you're saving her, and you're agreeing to the behavior. This is how I get praise. Well, then when stress came, and I was keeping her away from you, she's just gonna dig the ground up trying to get to you. If she was in a shelter and somebody saw her act like that, they'd say, well, who did that to you? Somebody had to have made you aggressive. Who abused you to make you not trust? Yeah. But if you don't know what you're looking at and you don't know the dog, most people would see her act like that and go, who made you like that? I think she's genetically like that. So what we gotta talk about is respect in your space. So if you were a dog and she was to go jump on you, and you were a dominant dog and you didn't want it, you'd nip her, you'd bite her, right? Because that's the dog world, right? Mm-hmm. Well, she's a dog and you're her world. So you have to do those things that she can relate to for you to have order. And earlier you had said some other people, hey, relax. Some other people, like if she was jumping, they were saying to turn their back to her. So the leader never gives up their space. So the minute she's jumping on you and you pull away, you turn your back to her, whatever it is, that is surrender in the dog world. That is weakness. I'm not saying you're a weak human, but in the dog world, that behavior is read as weakness, and you are not gonna have respect, okay? And again, we wanna stop the behavior, not just stop the moment. So we wanna teach her, I don't allow you to be disrespectful in my space, and so I'm gonna disagree. And there's a couple different techniques. If you watch my video, Chaos to Calm, I have 8 puppies, and in the end, I got this black lab puppy jumping all over me, and I'm showing how to disagree with the disrespect of that. So if you don't have the leash on her, and she goes to jump on you, so now that I have some relationship with her, I could go ahead and try to touch her in the side, but it might make her too worried and unsure of me, so my best bet is to use the leash instead of giving her a firm touch in the side. So what I mean by that is this. If she was to jump on me and I was a dog, I would bite her, okay? Well, I don't have teeth to bite a dog, so I'm gonna use my body, because the most important tool you'll ever use is your body and what you project. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her a firm, take my fingers, and I'm gonna give her a firm touch in the side, and I'm gonna say off. But that's your bite. It's a sharp touch, okay? And anywhere down the side, okay? And you say off when you do that, but that would be the equivalent of your bite. But when you do reach in to correct, you have to hold position. I don't hold my hand down here, I'm gonna correct, but I keep my hand here. I don't hold it down here. Once I've touched the dog, I hold position and I say off. If they jump again, I'm already right here to touch again. But what's important is you do not give up your space. You don't touch and retreat. Okay. And that's what most people do. Okay. And that's why it's not believable. And then the dog just comes back at him even harder. Okay. And so you don't want that. For today's rough recap, it's really common that when most people see dogs that act fearful or insecure, we often think, what human did something to you to make you afraid of everything in life? Chances are the dog was born that way. You are looking at a dog that is genetically insecure and fearful. What we can do as leaders, which is most important, is this. Make sure that we are establishing rules, boundaries, and discipline. This will give the dog safety in a world that he doesn't have security now. It's also really important to make sure that we are not sharing affection when that dog is in a fearful state, and do not share affection when you are in an excited state. We want the brain to stay calm. The dog will never be the dog you want him to be until you are the leader they need you to be. Have a great day. Till the next lesson, we just thank you so much for listening. We hope you gained some value. And again, your dog will never be what you want him to be until you're the leader they need you to be. And we just thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time.